security apparatus is really designed to stop people leaking information rather than to stop people gathering information.
3 suspected spies for Russia in the UK have been arrested and charged in a major national security investigation. Orlan Rusev, Katrin Ivanova and Biza Dzambadov, all Bulgarian nationals, are accused of working for the Russian security services. They were charged with possessing 19 fake documents with improper intention, including passports, identity cards and driving licences for various European countries. Duncan Gardham is a security journalist specialising in terrorism and espionage. These 3 were amongst 5 people arrested back in February on suspicion of an offence under the Official Secrets Act. Do you know much else about what's been happening since then?
No, so we know 5 individuals were arrested. 2 appear to have been bailed, so they appear to be less connected to the allegation. They were arrested under the Official Secrets Act, which is essentially targeting individuals who may be giving away secrets normally, who are in sensitive positions. And then the 3 that we've seen appear in court have been charged with document offences, essentially having false documents for a purpose that is suspicious, and that suspicious purpose appears to be to try and travel across Europe and collect information.
So this is the term improper intention. I mean, is that a term that's very well known to, specialists like yourself?
Well, it's not actually, because one of the difficulties that we have been facing in recent years is that our security apparatus is really designed to stop people leaking information rather than to stop people gathering information. And in fact, in the last couple of weeks, the Parliament passed a new security bill that is designed to actually target people who are doing the actual spying, and it will introduce a foreign intelligence registration scheme known as FIRS, and that will mean that anybody that is proposing to gather information on behalf of a foreign power, a designated foreign power, will have to register with the government. And that means, of course, spies are not going to register, but that means if you don't register, you can be charged under that particular act. And that will be a major difference, because it means that they can go out and target individuals that may be trying to collect information, as opposed to charging under something else, which appears to be the case in this.
So am I right to be a little bit surprised, Duncan, that something like that wasn't in place already?
Yes, I think it would be fair to say that our legal apparatus around spying has been somewhat antiquated. The Official Secrets Act was updated about 20, 30 years ago, 25 years ago now, to try and capture some of the activity that they want to. But we've always shied away from this foreign registration idea, which is popular in America, because it seemed in some ways to be kind of limiting on potentially on other activities, and certainly the press have had some concerns that it might infringe on their rights as well. So that was the reticence to bring that forward. But I think the sheer level of activity that MI5 have been seeing over the last year or two from countries like Russia, China and Iran in particular, that have been trying to target dissidents in a far more criminal way, potentially trying to kill them, means that they are looking for extra methods of trying to stop them before anything gets to the point of information being leaked or people being harmed.
So obviously we are becoming increasingly aware of how fragile our defences might be in terms of computers and in terms of data hacking. But would it be fair to say that that means we may have taken our eye off the ball with people actually physically being in this country and physically collecting information and documents and doing, I suppose, the kind of old-fashioned spy playbook stuff?
Yes, of course, GCHQ and MI5 have put enormous effort into trying to build up our cyber defences over the last few years, and encourage the private sector, which obviously quite often works in tandem with government, to do the same thing. Traditional spying, if you like, has taken off really under the Chinese in recent years, because they really have seen it there as their game to go out and peddle influence, to try and get into Parliament. We saw a year or so ago, to try and get close to people in power, David Cameron, Theresa May, even, to try and see if they can get their opinion across, but also to try and see if they can get information out of people. Now, we're not really necessarily talking about documents in that case, but we're talking about people trying to push their particular agenda and potentially use other people to gain information on their behalf.